Afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Fact News Network, and wanted to share some information with you. I spoke yesterday about the deal that has been the secret deal that has been signed by Israeli and Syrian leaders. As we were getting that information out of Israel, a secret meeting was going on there. It's been going on in Cyprus for some time. Russia kind of spearheading that from what we were told originally. And now we were told, as we got information directly out of the meeting there in Israel, where the Israelis were working with different dignitaries from around the Middle East that were there in a top secret meeting in Israel, signing the documents and stuff about this Syrian peace deal with Israel. President Bashar al-Assad is in agreement with it. And has accepted this deal. It's not been made public as of yet, but I decided to turn to Iranians to see if I could get a confirmation. Not that I needed a confirmation. The good friend of mine there in Israel was there at that meeting, so I know about the meeting directly. And so therefore I was confident that the information is 100% accurate. But then I reached out, as I said, to the Iranian side there because I know that the Iranians are going to be targeted. I know that Russia will turn against the Iranians. That means President Bashar al-Assad has turned against the Iranians, and yet the Iranians are the ones that helped to defeat ISIS inside the country of Syria. And now we see the situation is going to flip on them, and they're basically being left out in the cold by all of their Arabic partners from around the world. Nobody siding with Iran. You know, it reminds me of the scripture that says, who can make war with the beast, right? Truly, who can make war with that beast? And we're not talking about Israeli citizens. We're not talking about good Israeli people, the good Jewish people. We're talking about the beast that is running the country of Israel. That's the beast system. Everyday Israelis, good people, many of them love the Lord. Maybe many of them don't even believe anything. But the thing is, that's who I'm praying for, is the people that I love, my own people, that they will recognize that Jesus Christ truly is the Messiah. But let me tell you what I found out, though, directly out of Iran. The Iranian leader sent a message, and this, again, you're not even going to see that publicly, sent a message to President Biden and said to him, how soon the Arabian leader has forgotten the one that had his back when ISIS was destroying his country. Yeah, exactly. The Iranian leader. Now, I don't know. I was not told if it was President Rouhani or if it was Foreign Minister Zarif or if it was the Khomeini himself that sent the message. I was just simply told the Iranian leader sent the message to President Biden saying to him, how soon has the Arabian leader, and he was talking about President Bashar al-Assad, has forgotten the ones that were helping him to defeat ISIS and all these other proxies, Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, those nations that had come against him. And he said he has turned his back to us. And also I'm hearing Bashar al-Assad is looking to Israel to oust Iran out of the country. I had a hard time believing that. I really did when I heard that part there. I had a hard time believing that Bashar al-Assad would be willing to have Israel oust the Iranians out of the country. Well, when I got the message from Iran's side, I realized then it was very, very true. Well, Iran, though, is not going out, though, without some fireworks themselves. They've also heavily supplied arms to the Yemenite fighters down with the Houthi rebels there in Yemen. And as we already know, President Biden, his defense minister, has said for them, for our military to stand down. That means in Yemen as well, because we did have Green Berets on the ground there when Trump was in power. He had sent the Green Berets in there to try to overthrow the Houthi rebels. Now they're being told to stand down. They have been sent a tremendous amount of heavy artillery into Yemen. And there's one province, I don't have the email in front of me right now, but there's one province they're about to take that the Saudis have been controlling. And once they take that, it'll be game over for the Saudis. So the Houthi rebels about to turn the tide back in their favor, as it was before the United States and Israel had gotten involved. we'll have to wait to see how these things are going, friends. But we are truly living here in the very final hour of days. And also, I know that Israel, as I said to you a little while back, they have said, I was given this information by them as well, their Messiah is on his way in his Magen David spaceship. Get that, Magen David spaceship. And that Israel is to get the third temple started now before he gets here. Well, I hate to break it to my Israeli friends. There was one Mashiach, and that was Jesus Christ. Well, I don't hate to break it to you. I'm glad to break it to you. Let me correct that. I'm glad to tell you that Jesus Christ is the only Mashiach, the only Messiah. And the guy coming in his little spaceship is nothing more than a reptilian. That's exactly what he is. Don't forget, we had a Nephilim bloodline, a mixing of the blood, and Jesus said what? He said, you serpents and vipers, generation of vipers. Yeah, I guess he would not be so politically correct today, would he? I guess they would consider Jesus anti-Semitic. I can guarantee you that. That's why they want to rewrite your New Testament Bible so that they can get rid of the things that Jesus actually said. The mingling of the seed was done, friends, majorly. And you just got to deal with that. Anyway, listen, if it's a blessing to you what we're saying here, thumbs up this video, share the video everywhere you can, and let's tell the people the truth. Let's quit beating around the bush. Tell people the truth of what's really going on. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, Israeli News Live is down because of another strike. There's actually strike 3 for us, but I guess we'd passed the 90-day marker. So I assume Israeli News Live is still operational, unless they took it completely down. I have no idea. So make sure you get people, share this video if you can with people so they know to get over here on Fact News Network. And also Patreon, Israeli News Live Patreon. I loaded a special message over there with an interview I did with Eric over on his channel there. Eric, though, his is not on YouTube. It's also on a paid platform or something like that. But I shared that video on our Patreon channel with our viewers there. I went into some things that a lot of people don't like, a lot of controversial things, but I think it'll be a blessing to many of you if you're interested in those type things, because Eric was wanting me to talk about some different issues there that are going on, things that I know about, things I've never even spoke about on Israeli News Live or any of my other channels there. Just some inside information. So I shared about 1 hour and 30 minutes worth of information there. So if you want to check that out, just check it out. And it's an easy way to support the ministry as well. It's only $1 a month. That's a cheap way to support the ministry. So we thank you, and we thank you for your love, your kindness. Also, if you would pray for a good friend of mine, Brother Johnny. I won't call his last name or nothing. Just Brother Johnny. They had a passing in the family. So if you would pray for them. I love them very much, him and his wife. And I'm not going to say his wife's name because I don't want nobody to actually know who it is, because it wouldn't be right of me to say that without asking. But Johnny, I can say that part there. So we love them. We ask your prayers for them in this hour of just a hard time for the family there. God bless you. Thank you for listening. IsraeliNewsLive.org is our website. And check it out over there. God bless and good evening.